Edge Zero, the known unknowns. Everyone by nature desire to know. Aristotle, Metaphysics. Science is king. Every week, headlines announce new breakthrough in our understanding of the universe, new technologies that will transform our environment, new medical advances that will extend our lives. Science is giving us unprecedented insight into some of the big questions that have challenged humanity ever since we've been able to formulate those questions. Where did we come from? What is the ultimate destiny of the universe? What are the building blocks of the physical world? How does a collection of the cells become conscious? In the last 10 years alone, we've landed a spaceship on a comet, made robots that can create their own language, use stem cells to repair the pancreas of diabetic patients, discovered how to use the power of thought alone to manipulate a robotic arm, sequenced the DNA of the 50,000-year-old cave guard. Science magazines are bursting with the latest breakthroughs emerging from the world's laboratories. We know so much. The advances of science are extremely intoxicating. Science has given us our best weapon in our fight against fate. Instead of giving to the ravage of the disease and natural disaster, science has created vaccines to combat deadly viruses like polio and even Ebola. Faced with an escalating world population, it is the scientific advances that provide the best hope of feeding the 9.6 billion people who are projected to be alive in the 2050s. It is science that is warning us about the deadly impact we are having on our environment and giving us the chance to do something about it before it is too late. An asteroid might have wiped out the dinosaurs, but science that humans have developed is our best shield against any future direct hits. In the human race's constant battle with death, science is the best ally. Science is a king not only when it comes to our fight for survival, but also in improving our quality of life. We are able to communicate with friends and family across vast distances. We have unparalleled access to the debate of the knowledge we have accumulated over generations of the investigations. We have created a virtual world that we can escape to in our leisure time. We can recreate in our living room the great performance of the Mozart, Miles and Metallica at the press of the button. Yes, sure. That desire to know is programmed. That desire to know is programmed into the human psyche. Those early humans with a thirst for knowledge are those who have survived, adapted, transformed their environment. Those not driven by that craving were left behind. Evolution has favored the mind that wants to know the secret of how the universe works. The adrenaline rush that accompanies the discovery of new knowledge is nature's way of telling us that the desire to know is as important as the drive to reproduce, as important as the drive to reproduce. As Aristotle articulated in the opening line of his book, Metaphysics, understanding how the world works is a basic human need. As a school kid, science very quickly drew me into its outstretched arm. I fell in love with its extraordinary power to tell us so much about the universe. The fantastic story that May Science teaches told seemed even more fanciful than the fiction I had been reading at home. As it worked its spell on me, and I consumed every outlet of the science I could get my hands on. I persuaded my parents to buy me a subscription to New Scientist. I devoured Scientific American in our local library. I hodged the television each week to watch episodes of my favorite science programs, Horizon and Tomorrow's World. I was captivated by the Jacob Bronowski Ascent of the Man, Carl Sagan's Cosmos, Jonathan Miller's Body in Question. Every Christmas, the Royal Institute Christmas lecture provided a good dollop of the science alongside our family turkey. My stocking was stuffed with books by Gamow and Feynman. It was heady time with a new breakthrough being announced each week. Alongside reading these stories of the discovery of things we know, I began to get more fired up by the untold tales. What we knew lay in the past, but what we didn't yet know was the future, my future. I became obsessed with the puzzle books of mathematician Martin Gardner that my math teacher gave me. The excitement of the wrestling with the conundrum and the sudden release of the euphoria is I cracked each puzzle I got me addicted to the drug of discovery. Those puzzles were my training ground for the greater challenges of tackling the questions that didn't have an answer in the back of the book. It was an unanswered question, the mathematical mysteries and scientific puzzles that no one had cracked that would become the fuel for my life as a scientist.